Hey guys, it's Bob from Modern Life for the 70's Mind. Hope you guys are doing great. I wasn't really planning on recording tonight, but I um, came across a video I really wanted to watch, so I knew that if I didn't record it now, I'd be laying in bed tonight thinking, although it's midnight here now, I would be laying in bed thinking about the video and jumping up first thing in the morning to record it. So I think I'm just going to do it and we'll have some fun with it. As you know, I always start my videos out with what did Bob find in his basement this time. I don't have anything great, but I did find a couple little things. I don't know if you're even going to be able to see them. They're my Matchbox cars. These are kind of cool. I guess, I don't know a lot about Matchbox cars, but they're the red line ones. This looks like a Doom buggy. I only found three. This one's kind of cool. It's got like a bubble top to it. I don't know if this is picking up good on the camera. That one's kind of cool. And this was my favorite. It was like the Red Baron or something car, and they were all pretty cool. So I used to have like just a crap load of Matchbox cars back in the 70's. Um, I don't even want to think how much money my parents spent on buying me all these cars. I had a friend in the neighborhood who liked the cars and was very jealous that I always had so many cars. And for some reason, I saw a commercial on TV about this toy called the Red Eye. And what it was basically a ball with maybe like six or eight spikes sticking out, and one of the spikes had a different color. The object of the game was to throw the ball to somebody, and they had to catch it with one hand and try to catch it on that spike with the color on it. I think it was called Red Eye. Um, I thought that, and I just thought that was like the coolest game ever invented. So I went ahead and I can't believe I did this. I went ahead and traded almost all my Matchbox cars for $5. And I took that $5. I went and I got my red eye ball, and I played with it for 5 minutes, and that was the end. And to this day, I'm kicking myself, you know where, for selling those. I did keep a couple, I remember, and those must be at least three of the ones I saved. But oh, what a dumb, stupid thing to do. But anyways, okay, I'm not going to drag this out too long. Let me get the video set up, and I'll be right back. And then you're gonna like this one, I think, especially you heavy metal guys. All right, talk to you in a second. Okay, and I'm back. It's been about 10 minutes since I recorded that last piece. I spent about 4 of those minutes kicking myself in the rear end again for selling those Matchbox cars. But just not a bright moment in my life. Hopefully I've learned a little bit. Okay, so this reaction video, I believe this song, maybe the song didn't just come out, but I think the video might have just come out. It's called, believe it or not, what's the name of it? The Pilgrimage. And it's by the band Saxon. Now, honestly, I didn't even know that Saxon was even still together anymore. I remember them, man, it had to be in the 70's. What is that? What does that make? 70, 80, 90, 100. So that they got to be going on almost 50 years of rock and roll. Um, I haven't heard these guys for a long time, and the only thing I really remember about them is the vocal guy's name is Biff. I don't know his whole name, but I know his name is Biff, which I always got a kick out of. From what I recall of them, I think they were pretty consistent on the music they put out. I don't think there was ever any really big surprises. I couldn't tell you if their music was good the whole time, but because like I said, I haven't listened to them forever, and the only songs of theirs I think I remember it all are, I think there was called Live to Rock, and then there was another album that I listened to quite a bit, and one had Dogs of War, and one that probably wasn't very popular, a song on it that for some reason I liked. It's called the Great White Buffalo. In later years, I've now learned to love Great White Buffalo because I'm a big fan of the movie Hot Tub Time Machine, and every time I see that now, I think of Saxon and Great White Buffalo. But if you haven't seen the movie, you won't understand what I'm talking about. But anyways, like I said, the song is The Pilgrimage. The album is Carpe Diem, I believe. I've never seen any video of theirs. I wouldn't even have thought to look. I just happened to stumble across it on YouTube. So before I took a look at it, I thought I would turn the camera on and we can look at it together. I'm curious how they sound, for one thing, but then I'm also curious how old they look. I'm sure they were older than me when I was listening to them. So this should be interesting. Let's listen to some rock and roll. We'll start this thing off. Okay, just to go on record, any video that starts out with somebody praying in church, that doesn't always end well. Because they're either about to do something that they regret or something that they have to do that they really don't want to or something. But that's the first thing that comes to mind. Okay, am I listening to AC/DC? Did we just switch over to an AC/DC video? Very AC/DC like. I like it. Nothing bad. All good. Okay. He's definitely aged, which I'm glad. I didn't want him coming out here looking way younger than me, but he totally rocks the hair, so he definitely has better hair than me. Like I said, when I first heard this, I thought AC/DC, but I'm hearing a lot of metal influences here, like the AC/DC. I'm hearing Metallica, without a doubt. This might be reaching a little bit, maybe a little Dokken, Dream Warriors. And, and some of the vocals even sounded to me, in this old ears of mine, even sounded a little, in a more rock fashion, a little David Lee Roth, early David Lee Roth. So obviously the video says that they're out on some pilgrimage, or journey or voyage. I guess it's going to be a pilgrimage because that's the name of the songs. And it sounds like he's definitely all in on the pilgrimage because he's saying, I don't remember the words, he's saying he's going to do it. And but anyways, so far I'm enjoying it. It's straightforward rock, which I enjoy. So let's see where this goes.
Something spiritual, music I call.
Okay. Really cool part in this video that I like a lot where he says something that he's looking for a hero or something like that. And what do they flash up there? They flash a picture of Jim Morrison and Jimi Hendrix, which perfect. I don't even have to say anything beyond that. It's perfect. They are tying a lot of religion into it. I'm seeing Jesus walking across the desert or something, and I see Christ the Redeemer pose from the guy. Not sure what that's about, but let's keep going. Like it. Okay, before I get into that, that guitar reminded me so much of like the 70s concerts I used to go to. I always got really good seats, so I was always really up front. And of course, what was up front is those massive speakers. I assume they still have those today, or maybe they're up higher or something. But back when I went to concerts in the 70s, the speakers were all lined up kind of on each side of the front of the stage. And I would always have the seats right in front of the speakers, and my ears would ring for days after it. But there was a feel. And I haven't gone to any rock concerts lately, so I'm not sure if they're still like this, but there was a feel in the 70s, especially when you had main floor tickets, of just, it was grungy, it was smoke filled because people were passing weed all over the place. Not that I condone that, but they were passing weed, and there was like a cloud of smoke, and people were just happy. They were into their rock and roll, and it was just like a different time, because nowadays there's so many different genres that I couldn't even tell you what half of them mean. But back then it was kind of like classical, rock and roll, and country, and maybe some other things. But it was, the lines were right there, and you could tell what you were listening to. So I think because there weren't all these subcategories of genres, that people kind of gravitated towards one, and it was more of a camaraderie or something. I don't know. I could be totally off base with that, but that's what I'm thinking. Anyway, so let's keep going with this. This is kind of fun. I'm not disliking it at all. Let's go.
It's not
Fade to Black. I can't believe I just watched a Saxon video. These guys have been around so long, and I'm starting to wonder if they coined the phrase rock and roll will never die. All in all, nice listen. Let me regroup here. I want to get these headphones off, and I will give you my summary in just a second. I'll be right back. And I am back. It's good to get those headphones off. I love the sound of them, but those big things aren't the most comfortable things to be wearing all the time. Boy, every time I listen to the music like this, especially if it's old, it's just like a rock and roll. It wasn't overly heavy, which I thought was nice. It was, like I said, I think before, it was a nice listen. Something that you can rock your head to real nice, and had a very almost classic rock feel. The other band, as I was listening to it, I wanted to mention, and I forgot, the other band that the vocal at times reminded me of, remember Deep Purple? And this wasn't the original singer, but later on, I don't remember the name of the song, but they replaced their lead singer with some other guy. Don't know the name, but he reminded me a lot of that, the way he draws his kind of a slow rolling out of the sound out of his voice, like and that reminded me so much of it. So these guys have absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. They're not playing like some washed up band. They clearly love what they do, and quite honestly, they're probably just not ready to stop rock and rolling. As far as the video goes, they were on some quest or something or journey. I'm not sure they ever found what they were looking for, but maybe that'll be on another video. So, anyways, guys, this has been fun. Please, if you have any comments about this video, please put them in the comment section below. And as I always beg you guys every time, please like my video, share my video, and at least subscribe to my channel if you will. I really enjoyed this. I look forward to our next video, and I will talk to you soon. Peace out.